Joe Biden is staying at home in Delaware. He's expected to unveil plans to battle COVID-19. That's after meeting public health experts. Now, Mr. Biden has also taken his campaign to the Republican stronghold of Georgia. He's criticized Donald Trump's handling of the pandemic, saying he turned a crisis into a tragedy.
If you give me the honor of serving as your president, clear the decks for action, for we will act. We will act on the first day of my presidency to get COVID under control. We'll act to pass my economic plan that will finally reward work, not wealth in this country.
Mr. Biden has also spoken at a socially distanced drive-in rally. Georgia last voted for a Democrat, remember, for a president nearly 30 years ago. That was back in 1992. But the Biden campaign has high hopes of flipping that state as the population skews younger and is now more diverse.
There aren't a lot of pundits who would have guessed 4 years ago that the Democratic candidate for president in 2020 would be campaigning in Georgia on the final week of the election. Or that we'd have such competitive Senate races in Georgia. But we do, because something's happening here in Georgia and across America.
Simon Marks joins us live now right here in Washington. Simon, good morning. A frenzied campaign for Mr. Trump in this final stretch.
Yes, absolutely. A frenzied campaign hitting 4 separate states yesterday. He is absolutely intent on barnstorming the battlegrounds, Dawn, in time-honoured fashion as we hurtle towards what we always used to refer to as Election Day. I mean, the numbers of people that have participated in early voting so far suggests that perhaps we should stop thinking along those lines. But this is still a hell-for-leather race for the finish as far as Donald Trump is concerned, trying to overturn Joe Biden's advantage in the polls. The gap is narrowing slightly in the poll of polls nationally. Joe Biden now is down to roughly a 7 percentage point lead over Donald Trump. But in the poll of polls in the battleground states, Joe Biden's advantage over Donald Trump is actually slightly growing. Joe Biden is assuming from his campaign posture that the American public is more interested in substance at the moment than in sizzle. He only did that one rally yesterday in the state of Georgia, an unusual place for him to go as he conceded there, but a speech in which he insisted that he is uniquely placed to unify the country and lead the country out of the crisis that it faces as a result of COVID-19. If Joe Biden loses this election, I think Democrat strategists will be asked to explain why he is not matching Donald Trump rally for rally, state for state. It's definitely giving Donald Trump the ability, as he is doing on his Twitter feed, to show that the president is engaged in a much more energetic approach to this final phase of this very long American election campaign.
And meantime, Simon, we've got this incredible number of voters that have already cast their ballots, 70 million of them. I mean, we remember back in 2016, just over 50% of those eligible voters voted at all. Are we expecting this record turnout for this election?
Oh, I think there's no question that that's the track that we're on. I mean, this 70 million number of people who have already cast their ballots in early voting is, just breathtaking. I mean, when the two candidates gathered for their final presidential debate last Thursday, not even a week ago, 48 million people have voted. Now we're up to 70 million. Those numbers are going to continue to grow again today and into the weekend, to the point where one wonders just how many voters are going to be left to make the traditional trek to the polling places next Tuesday on Election Day itself. Analysts here believe that the total number of voters that may participate this time round is around 155 million. There were 130 million who participated in 2016. Definitely in states across the country, we are witnessing a greater degree of enthusiasm to participate in this election. Not unexpected, given that both candidates have insisted this is the most important election of modern American history. But clearly there is a desire on the part of voters either simply to get this election behind them and avoid any public health risks on election day itself, or to make sure that Donald Trump gets 4 more years in the White House, or to make sure that Joe Biden heads that off. And we won't know what precisely is behind all of this until the polls close on Tuesday night and we get the first results coming in from all over the country.